Welcome to Lesson 8 of the GoMining Basics course. The previous lesson might have felt like a bit of heavy lifting, but you made it through. We learned about GoMining VE tokenomics, epochs, and burn and mint cycles, and how this system keeps our tokens safe from inflation. We tried to go into as much detail as possible, but if you still have questions or would like to hear additional details on GoMining tokenomics, feel free to ask questions in our GoMining Academy Telegram channel and read our articles and blog. Now, let's take what you've learned about tokenomics and see how it powers real community participation. Today, we'll continue exploring VE tokenomics and how it ties into veGOMINING, GoMining's voting mechanism. In this lesson, you'll learn what DeFi governance is at large, what veGOMINING votes are and how you can participate in governance, how to calculate votes, and what rewards you get as an active community member. Let's dive in. DeFi governance. When it comes to Web3 projects, one of the most important concepts is governance. DeFi governance is the system that allows users, rather than a central authority, to make decisions about how a protocol or project evolves. Typically, governance is powered by special tokens that give holders voting rights. By holding and using these tokens, community members can propose and vote on things like new features, adjustment of fees, reward distribution, and others. This structure makes DeFi more transparent and community-driven, since the people who use and support the platform have a direct say in its future direction. At GoMining, we introduced veGOMINING, a voting mechanism that gives our community a real voice in decision-making. Let's take a closer look at how it works and how you can join in. What is veGOMINING? veGOMINING is the voting mechanism in the GoMining ecosystem. Once you lock GoMining tokens and get the veGOMINING votes, it allows you to participate in governance decisions, receive rewards in GoMining tokens, increase your VIP status and get additional bonuses. How to get veGOMINING votes? First, you need to own GoMining tokens. Once they are in either your Ethereum wallet or GoMining wallet, you can proceed further. Users lock their GoMining tokens in a smart contract for a period of time ranging from 1 week to 4 years. It's up to you to decide on the exact length of lock. The longer your lock, and the more tokens you lock, the more veGOMINING votes you receive. To get a sense of how many votes you get for locking tokens, you need one equation. veGOMINING equals GoMining tokens locked multiplied by the time left until the lock ends divided by max time of the lock, that is 4 years. The less time you have left until the lock ends, the fewer votes you possess. Just for reference, a person who locked 1,000 GoMining tokens and has only 1 week until the end of the lock period has the same voting power as someone who locked only 5 tokens for a year. Locked tokens cannot be used, it's like a deposit, but untouchable until the lock ends. How to lock tokens and get votes? To lock tokens, go to the My Lock section, choose the wallet type, Ethereum or GoMining wallet, enter the amount of tokens to lock, and select the lock duration, 1 week to 4 years. The longer the period, the more votes you'll get. As the lock period is measured in weeks, you can choose only specific dates on the calendar. Confirm the lock. Done. Your votes will appear in the My Lock section. You can upgrade your lock at any time by adding more tokens or extending the lock duration. All your vote statistics are also available there, like reward balance and history, upgrade history, vote chart, and time until the lock ends. veGOMINING give you an immediate benefit, and the amount of it is calculated based on the amount and length of the lock, so it's crucial to note that tokens can't be unlocked before the end of the lock period. What happens to my votes over time? From the beginning to the end of your lock, the amount of your votes will decrease. This is part of the tokenomics logic. It helps to maintain the value of votes, keep a high reward per vote, ensure fair competition among vote holders. The votes of each holder decrease every second equally over time. The reason this happens is tied to the equation we mentioned earlier, so it's proportional to how many tokens were locked and the initial lock duration. This process continues until the lock period ends, and the vote balance reaches 0. Where do veGOMINING rewards come from and how are they distributed? In every cycle, 20% of newly minted tokens are allocated as rewards for veGOMINING holders. The amount of veGOMINING rewards you personally receive depends on how many veGOMINING you hold compared to the total votes in the system, your voting power. The more votes you have, the bigger your share of the reward pool. All rewards are credited in GoMining tokens, and the way you receive them depends on the wallet you locked them from. For GoMining wallets, rewards are claimed automatically. For Ethereum wallet, you need to claim them manually to the same wallet or automatically to GoMining wallet. Governance decisions and how your votes can affect them. Vote holders have 2 major decisions to vote on every week. 1. Distribution of 10% of newly minted tokens. 10% share of weekly emissions, GoMining rewards, fuels key initiatives in the ecosystem, such as Extra Mining Mode Discount, Miner Wars Prize Fund, the Greedy Machine's Power Increase, Liquidity Provider Bonus, Bounty Cycle Rewards. Every vote directly impacts the share of additional support each feature or initiative gets. 2. Voting on the burn and mint mechanism. Until recently, the permanent burn amount was fixed, based on the tokenomics epoch. Now, the community can reduce the amount burned, or maintain it, with their vote. This lets users adjust the pace of token reduction each cycle, without changing the system's foundation. How can I vote? You can vote using veGOMINING votes either from your GoMining wallet or your Ethereum wallet. Select the active voting you want to join, choose your preferred option, and click Vote. Keep in mind, you vote only with the veGOMINING votes from the connected wallet. You can vote from multiple wallets, either for different options or the same one. Voting does not spend your votes, it simply confirms ownership. Your vote stays active as long as you have veGOMINING in your wallet and don't revoke your vote. Want to change your choice? Just revoke it and vote again. To sum it up, veGOMINING is not just a way to earn extra rewards. It's your voice in managing the ecosystem. If you already hold GoMining tokens or just planning to get some, use your power and vote. That's how decentralized governance and a strong community are built. Now that you know how veGOMINING works, join the community of active GoMining users.